Hey.
Oh wow!
Look at that.
That's pretty.
Look at
next
that.
level.
Here we go. Okay, what match was this? Where it was?
This was a tournament about a month ago in Portland. A couple purple belt matches that we're gonna be breaking down here. Yeah, so we just get right to it.
You signed up for the purple belt division?
Yeah, and the absolute. I had 5 matches, only 2 subs, a lot of things to work on, and yeah, you'll see some of the things.
What happened here?
We'll see. We'll start the.
How are you feeling going into this?
I don't know. I'm not, it's just the role. That's my mindset of it.
Yeah.
It's not I don't overthink it. It's not fucking AUCC. So yeah, we just start hand fighting here. We both can't get too much of advantageous grips, so eventually he pulls seated guard. Here I get excited. I end up in the Jozef Chen passing position right away. So since then, I know what I've done wrong. I wasn't able to maintain this position. As soon as I got in this position, my mind almost like kind of blanked out a bit because I was so excited that I landed in this, right? I got the near side underhook. I have the butterfly hook on that side. So what I do from here, at first, I was focusing too much on pushing the butterfly hook with my left arm rather than using it as a point of base and using my elbow on the inside of the thigh where I could control the position better. So yeah, play it from here.
Let's play from here?
Yeah. You can see I'm using my left arm here to try to push the knee too much, but I've been off balance. I've been swept too much like that. Well, I should have just kept inside position. So he eventually gets butterfly hooks on. Like, I now just go body locker. I'm trying to keep the offensive cycle into some other kind of passing system.
So you went from the high tripod to body lock. Is
Yeah,
that kind of the idea?
from Jozef Chen pass to the body lock. So he didn't get full guard, but I didn't get what I wanted to work. I was not good at maintaining the position. Like, I've since then got a bit better. Wasn't able to pass from here.
Yeah, of course, like.
But I used the. I'm now in headquarters, and I'll pause it here for a sec. So I go from body lock to headquarters. So I'm trying to maintain a checkpoint position, like a position that I know I had spent a lot of time in, right? But when I go from this like tighter pass to headquarters, something that I've learned, something that Jozef Chen just said in his story like yesterday, one of the entries that he enters into the pass is from a headquarters position. So if I would have known that, I would have did that with my bottom hook on what was the left leg there of his left leg. I could have re-entered the Jozef Chen pass. So that's already like some improvements that I would have did already. This is a stupid pass, but it works. It's fun. So, like,
Nice.
it's like I timed it with his extension a bit. I don't know what this pass is called, if you guys know the name of it, but it does catch people off guard. It is unexpected, and I'm timing it as he's extending out, just shucking the legs by. What I like about it, it's high reward, and it's not much risk. Maybe he keeps the knee in the middle, but then I'm just passing Oshigarami, right? From this mount position, you can see he tries to kip with his legs, but he doesn't do small rhythmic motions. He's kind of just bridging all over the place with his legs. So you see it. I wasn't able to isolate a limb. I want to bring it normal speed. Yeah, so my goal from here is people isolate a limb, get underhook. Wasn't able to do that. He's bridging a lot here. Yeah, like this motion.
Right, so you're just killing the kip right there.
Yeah, it's not as productive as like going small rhythmic motions, but something I'm doing with my hand. I put my hand on his forehead, and now this is or I'm using the crossface. It's way harder to kip when you can't make a banana back. There's my hand on the forehead again. This is a concept that Jozef Chen taught in his Patreon. When you bring in the head to the mat like that, you're killing the kip like to a certain extent, even though he's not technically kipping totally right? And it's something here that I shout out Matt Kwan for one time when we rolled. He was saying, so my kip wasn't working. So a good thing to think about the kip is when your belly button is on the line of the mat, not on the line on top of you, like we'll show the clip here, like when you edit it. It's much easier to kip, but when both knees are on the mat, it's really hard to kip. So that would have been a good motion to do if you chain that with the kip, with my knee off the mat, if that makes sense. So if both knees are on the mat and you're trying to kip versus, see how he was bringing my knees, rocking it back and forth. From there, it'd be much easier to get the kip out, right? So here he's rocking in, see how my knees going, I'm a little unstable. If you chain that motion with a kip, it would have worked better. And since knowing that detail, because the battle of getting your belly button like there's off to the mat, it could be pretty hard, like difficult. But just getting the battle of shifting their knees up and down, it's easier to get that to work the kip, right?
What are you trying to do here?
Yeah, I'm trying to isolate the limb still get an underhook or a gift wrap or something, right? But eventually I fall off, we'll see here. So as I lose the triangle here, I do what Gordon called the Josh Barnett triangle. We could show the clip. When Gordon Ryan fought Josh Barnett in a grappling match, he did a triangle as he's pushing off mount, pushing off the chest, but I fail it, replay it back again. I'm not able to get the triangle with it, but I go top lock, and then I'm not able to maintain top lock, but at least I'm on some kind of offensive cycle where I'm not just in full guard, right? It's opportunistic, but if you realize you're losing the mount and they're posting, it does create that one in, one out a bit. I'm just going open guard right away. I tried like a figure 4 move from Lachlan's figure 4 submeta, but I forgot some details. It didn't work. So then we just pretty much reset from here. I know I'm lower on time now.
So earlier that was like a K guard entry.
Yeah, I tried the cross scoop pass.
Oh, nice.
He goes turtle. Wasn't able to get hooked. Now we reset. I could have capitalized on that probably a bit better. Something here that I'm doing anytime I go on a shoulder crunch or pinch headlock, replay it back, is Jozef Chen. I'm talking a lot about Jozef Chen because before this tournament, I watched so much of the Patreon. I took a lot of notes on shit that I didn't even drill, but it affected my rolling a lot. So I'm doing like kind of like an Asian squat where I'm going onto my legs. We can show it on a clip here, but it indicates a lot of the sweeping that they can do. I go inside position there, but he's still able to get the off balance here. Something I realized too, like see how I'm kind of getting a J point? A lot of guys in this division and even higher level belts, they weren't being stubborn on the J point. Either they don't know how productive it is or like advantageous, or they just like, I don't know or don't care. But I'm trying to keep the J point on the side, but I'm not able to keep it as well. Yeah, flying triangle attempt. Doing a lot of opportunistic shit now because I'm trying to get some kind of submission, but he's got.
How much time is left on the clock at this point?
I don't know. It's a 6-minute round. I think it's supposed to end. So here is one of my favorite things to do. Nicky Ryan taught that in his leg locks to countering leg locks to back. He calls it the front pummel. Let's go back in. Anytime from the X guard where that bottom hook is kind of loose, you could step up with that leg and just go to the J point here. Watch, pummel right there. Bang, that
front
step.
Pummel. Nice.
Yeah. Now, if I'm able to control that ankle more, maybe I can do that over back. He gets the bottom leg in. Now I'm reset into a chest-to-chest position. Wasn't enough time to pass from here, but at least I'm in a good checkpoint, right? Go back one more time to where he gets that knee in. Since then, go back a little more. So he gets his top knee in first to slow it down for a sec. Yeah, he gets his top knee once I'm passing. Oh, this shit, that's too much. We'll edit this shit anyways. Is it? Oh yeah, there's 10 seconds. I found a much better way to deal with this top leg coming in. It's either, it's called like wedging, hip wedging. So basically what that would be if my fist on my left hand goes in between the legs, which like Craig Jones taught it in Power Top, and I could grab the collar tie. Now I could circle to north-south and I actually get the points or whatever. And using the top leg, Brian Glick shows it in his clamp where you do the top leg and now you bring the bottom leg in. But you gotta know how to deal with both legs, right? And so I can use my fist in between the legs, or Danner calls it hip wedging, where you place the fist in front of the hip and in front of the legs, and now you could pass a little easier. I didn't really know this stuff, like maybe I drilled it, but now like it's more part of my game because annoying stuff like this. And so I try to do it from the top leg as soon as I can. And then, so dealing with the bottom leg is harder too because they're able to create that knee-elbow connection and create that side guard, which with better guys, they pretty much got their guard back. But from here, there's even leg right entries and a whole bunch more stuff that you can do that I just didn't know at the time. So as you can see here, he uses the top leg to get his bottom leg in. And I'm just kind of rushing it, controlling the hips. Like my left hand isn't doing anything productive there. Like I still end up in chest, but that's, I don't want him to get his guard. Yeah, things that I learned from that. So both times that he shoots for a takedown, I'm able to get an underhook. So yeah, there's 2 times I'm in a front headlock in this position.
Should I rewind it?
I make the mistake here of going behind, but he keeps the 2-on-1 grip, and I lose everything. So replay that again.
I'll slow it down.
Yeah.
Goes for the shot.
Yeah, and I was able to get the underhook off of it. I don't know what takedown he went for here, but it almost got me to the hip. But I'm in.
I think he was trying to go for like a fireman.
Yeah. So from here, instead of going for the go behind, I should have recognized he did have a nice, like robust 2-on-1 grip here, and I should have been addressing that before I went to the go behind. That was one mistake. Another mistake that I did is that my head position. This is now my go behinds has gotten better since like I failed go behinds on other matches in this tournament as well. I bring my head to the other side of the body as I'm going like rotating, rather than securing the head position on that side of the body and then getting the go behind. The difference is like my weight distribution is much easier. Like see, I'm not secure on that other side, so he's able to build up. Like even arm drag, go behind, any kind of variation of go behind, you see that they bring their head to the other side and then they go behind. I rushed it, I did everything at once and I lost it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it makes sense to some guys I'm explaining this. That 2-on-1, he keeps it and is able to get out of the position, which was pretty quiet. I maybe try to climb the back or get hooks, but I didn't want to jump hooks and fail shit, right?
This guy's got good wrestling.
Yeah, it was good scrambles. He actually felt really strong in like the hand fight, and yeah, he goes for the shot there as well. I get the underhook off of it. Now this second time that I'm underhook, I'm able to get a body lock. He tries Uchimata, but I was able to keep balance. I step in the middle, I break down to a dog fight, and now I just shoot for the guillotine. I'll go over some details on here. So go back from like the takedown. So the first time that I ended in front headlock that we broke down, it wasn't on my terms. He kind of almost took me down. Whenever you enter a headlock on your own terms, what I like to do is go for a high risk position. Danner calls it like pretty much like the queen gambit or whatever. Right? If you could get high risk position from front headlock, now everything that you do from there is gonna be much easier. So from this dog fight, I have a choice to attack submission or positionally. So positionally, if I wanted, I could go for the knee tap, like start taking the back or whatever. But for whatever reason, I want to jump to the guillotine again. But because it's on my terms and it's gonna be easier to get a more favorable position with that high risk.
So wait, before we play, like I always try to ask people this, like why, like what's going through your head to make you decide that you'd rather go for a submission versus trying to advance the position?
I don't know. Maybe I saw it as more of an opportunity for it.
That is a good point though, like being able to get here onto your own terms, because obviously then the submission's easier.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's always a dilemma that we kind of play and decide.
Yeah, and then some details on this guillotine. I start with the high wrist grip, but I go to figure 4, and the reason why I'm going figure 4 is something from John Calisine's Patreon. He showed it in one of the matches he had an ADCC where he's figure 4. When you're figure 4 grip, like a ninja choke, it's easier to follow through Because if you were to roll over his left shoulder right there, I would have to give up the high wrist and control the tricep and negate his movement to maybe keep the high wrist position. But if I'm figure forward, I feel it's easier to rotate and go with their movement. Or even if they rotate it out the wrong side, you can follow it a bit more. So I'm adjusting here now from my grip. And as I'm adjusting, the guillotine's still gonna be tight because I got high wrist position still. But as you see the transition there, now I go figure four. I feel like I would be able to follow it a bit more. But that was the finish. I didn't need to follow it, but that's my reason why I transitioned to figure four at the end there. Like, I love the high wrist, but when they rotate out, you almost always got to give it up, right? So, I'm just like, I tell him like, we didn't come this far, just to come this far. And he starts laughing. He's like, what the fuck? Like, me just saying a stupid quote like that. I go in the match though. When I get the submission, I know that I was like, finally I get a fucking submission of the day, right? That like I could count. And it was just like, it was for the gold, so I felt so hyped that I got the submission on the last, on the match, right? That's probably why I was like hunting and going for more like rather than positional, right? Maybe if I take his back, take him out, I still don't get anything. So I knew like I just want to stay in that opportunistic like way of it, right? The whole time. So we'll have a lot more videos to break down, match breakdowns.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and just remember, if you have time to kill,
you got time to do.
Let's go.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, guys.